Hello, I'm Adam. This is my vlog. This week has been a simple week, though a few things have happened. I'm still in class and everything's going well. Another thing that I unfortunately happened this week was I hit my hand with a light above overhead, and this is what's left of the overhead light thing. I had to replace the light bulb too because my hand smashed that. Happily, my hand was only scratched, and it was a slight minor cut, but I'm fine. This isn't. I got to work more on my Tesla coil. Made a makeshift toroid out of wire. This is actually just a framework for a toroid, but I haven't actually gotten the toroid made yet. Though the radius of this is nice, it's not exactly what I'm looking for. And I'm wanting to have a wider radius for the inner toroid. I have also limited the radius of the secondary coil, which is like this, though it's falling off the tube I'm using. I need to make it smaller, I think, or I actually have to make it at a 90-degree angle with the regular wire. So the Tesla said to put it at a 45-degree angle, so it's more like that. So I have too much wire from what I can tell from all the other pictures I've seen with the other one, but the one that actually works this small is usually wrapped directly around this, so I may try to get something like that and do this and maybe clip it short, though I have a thing against clipping wire shorter. But it works, and I've actually get visible sparks now. I'm going to see if getting these coils close to these coils actually changes the frequency of that, which it might. So, because logically, when you're closer to the thing, you have more tug on the thing rather than farther away. So I'll be able to have a longer arc that is more visible. I made a new spark gap, and this actually worked better, but it's not working as good as I've seen others do. See, this only does like one every 2 seconds, which from what I've noticed in relation between the spark gap here and the arc here is that the spark gap, the arc only comes from here when it sparks here, at which point we logically have a circuit that makes itself move. This usually goes extremely fast and has an annoying buzzing sound when it's working properly. I still haven't figured out how they did that. Though in things I've seen, rather than having straight up like this, assuming that this is ideal for more higher voltage, which I'm only using 3-volt system because I don't want to kill myself yet, and I can still get shocked without getting hurt or injured or burned. I figured I'm probably going to have to do something different where I have more surface area between the two, which this does have more surface area between the two. I might just reverse the screws. Problem is these screws are a bit longer than this tube inside here. I might have to go for something more plastic that I can rest them on top and close it. But that requires a bit more stuff. I might use wood. I got my inverter in the mail, and I put it on, and it didn't work. Now this one, when I put it back on, worked for a while, but it went off again, so it doesn't really actually solve anything. But what I can tell, when the magnet inside the screen hits the sensor in the computer dash, it changes the power frequency inside the thing, so it turns off and then turns back on again when I move it away from it, which does seem to set the screen back on for a bit. There is some sort of power problem within it. It still may be an inverter. I may have just plugged this in wrong, so I could experiment with my existing inverter. Or I could see if the wire has a connection problem lower down inside the computer, which means I have to open up the inner portion of my computer to find that short or part that has broken, at which point, because I actually do have the materials, I'll just solder together. So I may have to replace the wire to do that. But in any case, the instructions that I got with my solder tell me how to solder a wire together inside electronic components, as that is the type of wire I got for this. Let's see. Aside from that, I ran across this thing of a mini crossbow using hair tie thingy. Not actually hair bands, more of a spring steel that is put inside little hair clips that pretty much have double springs. You remove the inner thing, and you can tie that using, the guy I saw online used popsicle sticks. Now, my idea for it is changing it because he just made a little crossbow and used matches for your arrows. It's that small. You match a normal-sized kitchen match work for arrows. But if you take that and you invert the bow a certain way, make it somewhat a micro-compound bow, you can actually have the end of it be the end of the length of the shaft, or the thing that holds the arrow, and that itself will hold the arrow guided, and it'll have a longer push with the thing, and also you get more thrust being the reverse crossbow thing. which is known inside some circles as a scorpion. Anyway, if I get this to work, then I'll have a mini crossbow that can shoot roughly about, well, it goes 50 feet for the little teeny tiny match head. I'm looking to see if I can replace it with something different, like a small arrowhead, or like a small piece of metal or whatever, or possibly just a little poisoned toothpick, which would be ideal in some situations. Though in reality I can just take this, put a small wire or something to it so it can be shot over something and have the weight on the end of the stick itself draw the stick down enough where I can attach a larger thing to it, like rope. Then I can throw ropes over high things and work with the existing lights near my church building to do static electric experiments, so I don't have to try to find a tree, which I'd do a tree either way, which is less expensive. But the idea is you draw power from the static electricity in the air. Tesla had a metal thing, he died as well. So I have a couple of designs. One is you take it, you twist everything together, and voila, you have your circuit. The circuit only really does maybe about what you do for your average flashlight. Not anything high, but if you are inside a survival situation where you need energy, or you'd like to have energy that will power something, that runs on roughly about 1 or maybe 2 AA batteries. Get a couple of these in series, you should be able to have enough voltage to power a small radio, maybe a small TV. For a TV I have a small, runs like 4 AA batteries, so not quite sure. But if everything goes well, you can just put that power into a capacitor and it can run for a while, which one that works just as well. Or if I can take this and invert it to something else. Though I did run across this one thing recently, which put them into supercapacitors, and they have lots of towers trying to just generate power from the static energy in the air, with high atmosphere energy collecting, which is kind of cool. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. I think there was something else I wanted to say. Oh yes, my car died yesterday, so I had to bike to work, which was kind of fun. I was a little late. Happily, it was just my battery, and so that was an easy fix. Still, it was expensive, yet I somehow had the money on me. So I'll have a new battery with the warranty for years. That's all I have to report today. Bye.